Hello and welcome to another Therion tutorial where we will look at joining different scraps together, and especially the case of a triple junction as shown on my screen here, which might be difficult to get your head around, and certainly Therion doesn't know how to do it properly without some help. So these triple junctions, wherever you have a branch leading off, are quite important to get right. I've highlighted the cave passage in a very light shade of yellow in order to show exactly what Therion thinks is cave passage and what Therion thinks is bedrock. And at the moment, you can see that at this triple junction, there is a triangle of white space that we need to get rid of. Okay, so this video will really be focusing on getting the line joined up, the lines rather, so we will do some manual joining of the lines and of the scraps together. In order to do that, we will use the top of Danger Mouse, a bit of passage called Kill Them All, and the bottom end of Mud Slump. And these are all in the Captain Kangaroo branch of the cave. Okay, let's move straight away to our text data and open properly there. Yes. Okay, right, let's move to our data files. We need to go to Vertnaria. And finally, all of these are either in 2007 or 2008. Let's open Kill Them All. So we'll open this one on Inkscape. So Mud Slump as well. Finally, Danger Mouse. Okay. That's fine. It's also fine. And I think that the final one we have to still open Danger Mouse. It's fine. Fine. Okay, so we need to zoom into the top end of Danger Mouse first. Okay. Kill Them All. Let's zoom into the top of Kill Them All. And finally, let's zoom in here. Open Mud Slump. There we need to go to the bottom of Mud Slump. Mud Slump has several layers in it. So if I Control-Shift-L. Control-Shift-L brings up the layers pane. And in fact, if I toggle the visibility of 3E, that is the one that we want to work with. Okay. Perfect. Let's move back to what we actually want to do. Okay, so if we were to do a simple scrap joining, we would end up with a simple white triangle of white space in the middle of all this, which is not exactly what we want to do. In fact, instead, we want to replace some of the wall that is drawn in, for instance, Danger Mouse, by some drawing in Kill Them All. So in fact, let's extend Kill Them All. And then also draw this little bit of wall, and we will extend Kill Them All to cover the bottom bit of Mud Slump and the top bit of Danger Mouse, and you'll see exactly what I mean in a second. So let's go to Kill Them All first. Here we go. Here, what we end up with is really, we need to extend, for instance, this wall here. Let's extend it slightly in this direction. Just gonna zoom in. It's more or less horizontal actually. It's somewhere here. Delete this end, smooth the nodes a little bit. Then obviously in Danger Mouse, it has to somehow come back down a little bit. Let's do that. But obviously start, let's start from here. And try up here. We have to set wall types for these. So Therion extension set line type wall, no options, thank you, apply. Perfect, and we've seen that actually they've just extended the wall. We might even be able to just join them up. So I will select the node tool, select both walls, and select the nodes at the far ends and just join the selected nodes to make it one single line. I'll do the same up there, join the selected nodes. Let's see. In fact, if we now go back to our text data and the configuration file, let's just recompile and you will see the change. Fine. This is now changed. In fact, now what do we see? We see that we've extended our lines over here to cover parts of Mudslump and Danger Mouse, but we've gone a bit too far each way. So we'll just amend our drawing a little bit here. Let's go back to Inkscape. So this we know is gone too far. There's always a little bit of play involved in order to minimize the deformation when we eventually join all the scraps. And this could also go a little bit that way. Delete one of them. Smooth the nodes. Auto smooth, that's fine. In fact, we can select those and make them auto smooth. Let's move them a little bit as well. Save. This one is a little bit too high still, so I'll just select several of the nodes together and move them. Right, why don't we do this? Something like that. And save. Okay, now the final thing that we need to do is actually draw the third bit of wall. And I'm going to show you that. We basically need to draw this wall here, but we need to draw it in Kill Them All and essentially make a sort of Y junction, but in Kill Them All, so that we join 1-to-1 Danger Mouse to Kill Them All, and then 1-to-1 Mudslump to Kill Them All, and there will not be any direct junction of Danger Mouse to Mudslump. Again, anti-clockwise. Just quickly. Yeah, it should be fairly straightforward. It should be a little bit of wall that looks something like this. Extensions, Therion, set line type wall, and then apply. Now, if I leave it just like this, save, we'll have some problems with Therion not knowing where bedrock starts and where cave passage starts. So I'm going to use a little trick, which is to create invisible walls to close off the cave passage area. Extensions, Therion, set line type, type wall, options, subtype, invisible. Now I'm just here helping Therion out a little bit. There we go. So these walls won't be shown on the map. In fact, now if we compile this, we should still be able to see what's happened now. Okay, as you see, the little bit of wall that we drew is now over here. In fact, the overlap is not too bad, and the previous walls that we've drawn are now looking much better. I think we can get rid of a little bit of the wall here and shorten it over here as well. In fact, move this entire little nick of wall to the right a little bit as well. So let's do that. Whoop. What can we do here? I think we select lots of nodes together here. Move it a little bit to the right, as we said. Right. This we can move to the right a bit. This as well. In fact, we said that this maybe we can get rid of this node. Move it's here. Okay. And now you can see that where there would have been a white triangle, in fact, between here to here to here, this would have been a white triangle if we attempted a three-way join. But instead what we did was extended this wall over here, and this wall over here we created another little bit of a Y junction, so that all of this triangle here is now avoided. In fact, the anti-triangle was avoided. Save that. Okay. Now let's move off to Mudslump, and we will now delete parts of the wall that we already drew, so that the end of the wall comes very close to these end walls here. Let's find it. Mudslump is here. So in fact, we spotted that we can probably get rid of these three, and maybe even these three here. Okay, save. We might even help Therion out again a little bit by drawing this invisible wall here. Got to go to the extensions, set line type, not a pit, just a wall of subtype invisible. I think this is looking fine. We now move to Danger Mouse. Danger Mouse, we've got to delete again a couple of nodes. Zoom in. In fact, I might just create by double clicking a new node here. Select these three, delete them. Here, we might also create a new node and delete those three. Save. Let's recompile a final time and see if we're ready to perform the joining. Okay, it's really looking good now. So there's almost like a seamless join, which means that if we let Therion do the joining by itself, it should work out properly. We deleted a bit too much of the Danger Mouse pitch, so we'll just redraw it a little bit. There, save. Okay. As I know, this might still be a little bit too close. Let's move back to kill them all. Select these guys. In fact, let's select a lot of these guys. Select the node tool. Might just move this guys a little bit to the right. Save. Okay, compile once more. There's a lot of moving about, drawing a little bit in Inkscape, compiling, checking the result. And okay, I'm happy with that. I know that Therion will know how to properly join these guys up. Good. So now essentially you've got to perform the manual join between the scrap 3E in Mudslump with the scrap 1E in Kill Them All. And similarly, scrap 1E in Danger Mouse and scrap 1E in Kill Them All. Now, all these joins are defined in the Werkneria th file, which is essentially the cave data file. Let's find lump, for instance. Yep. Here we've already got some plan view joins. They're already joined up, but we now need to do the vertical elevation joins. And the syntax is pretty simple. You join kilomole 1e, which is located in kilomole survey, to mutslump 3e, located in mutslump survey. We also join kilomole 1e, located in kilomole, with danger mouse 1e, located in danger mouse. Save, go to the configuration file and compile. Let's see. And boom, we've got it. So Therion knew enough to actually join the scraps together without making too much trouble. And therefore, that is it for a three-way scrap join. And for that matter, any number of scrap joins that you want to do, the process is the same. That is, open both elevation files and modify the end walls as much as possible, so that when you compile without joining, the walls lie close enough together that you can ask Therion to do the joining by itself, as shown in this video. So thank you for listening. I'll see you next time.